In the shop today, still waiting on parts for the Impala and the Malibu. So we got the buggies in the shop. We're going to start trying to get them ready for springtime if it ever warms up around here. On the gray one, we're going to be working on the motor first of all. It's falling down, as you saw in the last video of these, which was when we took them off-road. The motor mount down in there is bent, because it's got a normal car motor mount on it, but we're going to be upgrading it to a solid mount, which is what this buggy has. That buggy came with one on this transmission. It's just a solid piece of steel that bolts it to the frame, and then you get no flex out of it. So that's what we're going to be doing on that one first. This one here, we'll be getting some mirrors mounted on it. Just some little motorcycle mirrors are going on, and then a couple other little things. Going to try to find some new wheels because these ones always leak. But we're going to get started pulling this thing apart, and we'll see what it looks like when we get the motor off. Alright, got the motor off. What we got to do is take these bolts out. That'll take these mounts out, which they look like at some point they were nice. These are like a polyurethane, but you can really see how bent they are right here. That should be a 90-degree angle. So guess you're not supposed to jump it with stock mounts in it. Alright, just broke the mount bolts loose. These big old honking ones down here. Got the transmission jacked up, so we should be able to get the mount off, and then we can unbolt these from the transmission. They're both broken, but we can show that now.
That's a little too big for the D-wall.
Yeah. So, as you can see, there's part of the mount there. This one is broken almost all the way off. So now we can take these bolts out and get the solid mount put on. Okay, here's the mount off the buggy. It's broken into many pieces. So apparently those are not made for jumping them, maybe, or something else was wrong causing it to do that. But you can see here how bent that is. So we're going to get the mount pulled off of this spare transmission that came with the buggy and get it bolted on the frame, and hopefully all the holes line up. Alright, we got the mount on. We had to modify it a little bit. It must have been on a different setup. But we're getting the bolts tightened up that hold it to the car. And then we're going to throw the motor back on and see if that fixed the problem, which was the motor jumping up and down. Got the motor all bolted on, everything wired up, which is only 2 wires. Fuel line's hooked up, so we're going to start it up and see if the motor hopping problem goes away. Did you turn the fuel back on?
I did.
Okay. The steering wheel's over there, don't worry about that. No?
Nope.
No what?
It's still banging.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I'm watching it. well, the motor's not hopping around like it was. Something happened. The carburetor is not happy. Still got a little bit of chatter in it. We might look at the front mount on the transmission. Yeah, could use some carburetor work. That sounds real bad. Well, we took the carburetor off his buggy, cleaned it out, and tried tuning it up a little bit. We'll see if it sounds any better going by. Not by much, if any. Alright, getting some more work done on the buggies. I don't remember where I left off. We did throw some plexiglass windshields in these things just to see how we like that. Got them in both of them. They're a little dirty. Right now we're working on mine. I ended up pulling the motor out because my clutch was slipping really bad, and it's completely glazed up, like it got really hot. So we're going to change that. We have a new clutch and pressure plate here because this one isn't worn at all, or like very much, but it's not holding. So we're going to do a quick clean on the flywheel. Got a new pressure plate and new clutch over there. There's the old pressure plate. These are German ones, I guess. This one has well, no, it's Mexico, but it does have an Audi logo on it. Alright, been a while since the last clip was filmed. I'm just going to end this video with the updates of what we've got done. You saw, I believe, the windshields we got put in. I bought a set of 5-lug adapters. So for right now, I put the Corvette wheels that were on the Bel Air on the front of my Dune buggy. I will not be keeping them. They're a little too wide and makes it very darty, but it does look cool. So also got a muffler put on, which is just like a slip-on off of eBay, and it sounds pretty good. This buggy over here, it got the windshield put in it. Also, new steering boxes on both of them. The motor is leaking a bunch of oil coming out of the pushrod tubes and other various areas. So we pulled the collector off the header, and we're looking at the exhaust, and we're thinking there's something wrong on this cylinder head. So we might dive into that, or we might pull this motor off and do something else. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.